Namaskar, I am Dr. Amit Bhardwaj. I welcome you all for the weekly weather discussion for 4th of April. Now, these are the past week synoptic system that are been observed, and there are so many system there, but I'll give you the brief understanding. So there were two western disturbance. The first western disturbance, which was originated over this region on 28th of March, and it was also seen as a cyclonic circulation in the westerlies between 3.1 and 5.8 kilometer above mean sea level, and the trough location was also there. This was the only system which caused light to moderate and heavy to very heavy rainfall over northwest of India and East India. So this was the system which was significant western disturbance, and it also caused many induced cyclonic circulation over most part of the western Rajasthan region. And there was another western disturbance which formed on 2nd of April, and it also caused light to moderate rainfall activity over northwest of India. And due to these two systems, there was induced cyclonic circulation which was causing light to moderate rainfall over this region. And if we talk about, because this is the pre-monsoon season, there is an anticyclonic circulation over Bay of Bengal at lower, and also the anticyclonic in Arabian Sea, which is causing the wind discontinuity lines. As you can see, these are the locations where the wind discontinuity lines are there, and these lines were mostly passing from Tamil Nadu to the central India. One on 29, there was a cyclonic circulation at lower tropospheric level. The wind discontinuity line at 0.9 kilometer above mean sea level was up to the center of this our southwest of MP. There was also a trough western trough line on 2nd and 3rd of April, and there is also a cyclonic circulation over Jharkhand and the trough line passing through that. And there is also cyclonic circulation on 29th, which was on Odisha, which also caused light to moderate rainfall amount over this region. So these trough line basically cause thunderstorm and lightning activity over mostly the central part of India and below, which was very light to moderate rainfall, not much amount of the rainfall, but these because the air was dry, and but this location were mostly in the last week was prone for the heat wave and warm night conditions. But if we talk about northeastern belt, there was a cyclonic circulation, and due to the anti-cyclonic circulation in the Bay of Bengal, which was encouraging the most of the moist air into the northeastern belt, and these cyclonic circulation was causing them to precipitate out. So this caused heavy to very heavy rainfall amount during last week, and we have seen that there are also some disastrous activity that happen over SSWB and the Mizoram region due to these heavy to very heavy rainfall activity over this region. As you can see, these are the systems which was been seen at 1.5 and 3.1 kilometer above mean sea level. So this is the due to these system and the incursion of the air, moist air into the at the lower level cause the heavy to very heavy rainfall amount. So due to these system, let us see what are the location where the rainfall has happened. So in this figure, it is been shown. This is 7 days, past 7 days. So this is the forecast 24-hour accumulation for 28, 29, 30, and so. As you can see, most of the light dots, these are not visible, but I am just summarizing it. Most of the light to moderate rainfall activity happen over on this day, or the second day, or the third day. The third day was more prone when the first deep western disturbance caused light to moderate rainfall activity over northwest of India, including most of the Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and the Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir area, and slow fall activity happened. And you can also see on this day over Madhya Pradesh and Delhi, these are the regions where those systems cause light to moderate rainfall activity. But if we talk about heavy to very heavy rainfall amount from day one, from 30th onwards, like on 31st March, heavy to very heavy rainfall happened, and there are many dots which are the observatories, observed data, like to moderate and up to heavy over isolated location, the rainfall has happened. But in this figure, this is a summary where the heavy rainfall happened. So most part of the country no heavy rainfall has been happened, but only the northeast of India over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in the last 7 days. 5 days goes heavy to very heavy rainfall over isolated location. So this is the past observed. As you can see, this is also coincide with the synoptic system which we discussed in the previous slide. Now if we talk about what are the different areas where the heat wave happened, where the warm night happened, where the hailstorm and thunderstorm activity happened. So these figures you summarize during past 7 days where the heat wave happened. As you can see in isolated locations over different days, Madhya Pradesh, western side of Rajasthan and north interior Karnataka, the heat wave condition has been realized. If you talk about the warm night mostly the interior part and the central part of the India, including Saurashtra and Gujarat regions and Marathwada and Madhya Maharashtra region, the warm night condition has been realized, and some places over Jharkhand region, the warm night condition has been realized. Now, if you talk about hailstorm warning, these are due to the thunderstorm and heavy to very heavy rainfall. These are the more prone areas where the hailstorm has been realized, and some locations where hailstorm has been realized over Madhya Pradesh and Odisha region. Now, if you talk about the number of days when the thunderstorm has happened over India during past 7 days, you can see in this picture, the yellow color is giving 1 to 2 days thunderstorm activity, and red color and the light red color is showing 3 to 4 and more than 4 thunderstorm days which happen over these regions. So mostly more than 4 are happen over Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir Met subdivision and East MP and Vidarbha regions, and also the Kerala region. So these are the past week observations. Now, if we talk about the rainfall distribution during last week and during the season, so this is the rainfall weekly rainfall departure, and this is the seasonal rainfall departure. Season we are considering from 1st March to 4th of April. Now, if you talk about the last week where the distribution happened, so yellow color means the large deficient. So most part of the country is largely deficient, and the red color is a deficient region, and this you can see the large access to normal rainfall happen over northeast of India and East MP and Vidarbha region. Large excess amount of rainfall happen, but as a because this is a climatologically very small number, so light to moderate rainfall, that is why this is been shown. But country as a season as a whole, if we consider this amount, most of this belt has access to large excess amount of rainfall has happened, but northeast of India as a season we are seeing as a deficient amount of rainfall. Now, if we summarize these numbers in terms of cumulative rainfall, as you can see, this is last week, and this is season as a whole over east and northeast of India, northwest of India, central and south India. So these are the number given where for the last week normal rainfall amount has happened, and large deficient and normal, like that as a amount of happen. So if we see country as a whole with these numbers, last week normal amount of rainfall has happened, and season as a normal amount of rainfall has happened. And for northeast of India, season as a whole, we are seeing normal amount of rainfall has happened. So this is the data. Now, if we talk about the temperature during last week, so this is the maximum temperature and its departure. Most of the central part of the India and adjoining regions and connecting the southern peninsula of India, the temperature was in the range of 40 to 42 degrees Celsius. As we see of today, one of the station yesterday and today itself was more than 43 degrees Celsius over the Rayalaseema region, so where the temperature was exceeding that limit. And most of this region also cause and are being included in the heat wave warning for next week also. So we'll be describing. So temperature was in this region 40 to 42 degrees Celsius. Some of those stations in past 2 days realized 43 degrees Celsius, and you can see what are the maximum temperature anomalies and their range in this figure. If you talk about the minimum temperature, so minimum temperature was you can see in this picture, and the departure anomalies are in this picture. So only warm temperature or warm night conditions, the minimum temperature have a tendency for above normal, as you can see in this picture, and this is temperature as a mean is being shown. Now if we talk about today's synoptic condition, and today's synoptic condition, you can see there is a western disturbance at this, and there is also a cyclonic circulation at lower tropospheric level, and there are 2 cyclonic circulation over Bangladesh and adjoining region and the Assam and Meghalaya region. So due to these, there are 5 days warning also been issued, which is shown in this 5 days graphical format, and you can see that the most of the heat wave warning has been issued for day 1 to day 3 over these location. For, let us say, if we talk about for day 1 and day 2, most the eastern belt, including the Odisha region and Gangetic, West Bengal and Jharkhand region, North Interior Karnataka and Telangana region, heat wave warning has been issued, and also the coastal Andhra Pradesh region. So this is the belt where the heat wave warning has been issued for day 1 to day 3. Now if we talk about the hot and humid weather, the hot and humid weather condition are being realized from day 1 to even day 5 for Kerala, Tamil Nadu and mostly the coastal side of the belt, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and for day 3 Konkan, Goa, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, day 4 and day 5 Konkan, Goa, Tamil Nadu, and this Kerala and Tamil Nadu up to day 5 warning has been issued. Now if we talk about thunderstorm and other activities, mostly the thunderstorm and heavy rainfall warning has been issued for day 1, day 2 and day 3 for Arunachal Pradesh region, and thunderstorm and lightning warning has been issued, has been shown in the yellow color for most of the Met subdivision, as you can see. So mostly the northeast of India, thunderstorm, lightning and with heavy rainfall activities are up to day 4 and up to day 4, and on day 5 only thunderstorm and lightning activity over NMMT regions has been issued. So these are 5 days warning, and day 3 onwards thunderstorm and lightning activity will continue in the central part and the north peninsular of India. So this is the warning in the graphical format has been issued. Now if we talk about after 5 days, or this is our IMD ERF model, which provides next 2 week forecast. So the forecast has been issued based on this model, and it will provide the guidance that for week 1 and week 2 what will be the rainfall situation. As you can see, most of the rainfall activity in next week will happen over the northern belt of the northwest of India, including Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir, Leh Ladakh regions, and most of the activity will continue in week 2 over the northeastern belt. Also in week 1, and this is week 2, most of the rainfall activity will be continue in northwest of India belt, including the northeast of India, also the southern peninsula of India. So it is also expected that during week 2 western disturbance, the rainfall happen because of the influence of the western disturbance, and which will cause rainfall activity over this belt. So this is the rainfall forecast. Now if we talk about next 2 weeks maximum temperature forecast, so there will be a gradual rise in the temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, very likely over many parts of East India during first half of the week, and there will be after that it will be a gradual fall. So there will be no significant change in maximum temperature, very likely over Maharashtra during first half of the week, and then it will be gradually fall. As you know, thunderstorm activity will increase mostly the central part of India, and there will be no significant change in the maximum temperature, very likely over rest part of the country. Now if we talk about the week 2 in graphical format, it has been shown. In conclusion, if we know that there will be a thunderstorm and lightning activity will increase, and it will over many parts of the country, the maximum temperature is likely to be below normal to the near normal over most part of the country except Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, where they can be above normal by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Now hot and humid condition likely to prevail over isolated pockets of Maharashtra and Karnataka coast, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh coast during some days of week 2. So this is maximum temperature forecast. And if we talk about the minimum temperature forecast, as you can see in this, the minimum temperature in most part of the week 1 coastal belt, the minimum temperature will be warmer, and the temperature range will be 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. So for week 2 and for for week 2, this coastal belt covering the region Odisha, coastal Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and the Kerala region, the minimum temperature will be in that range. So this is the forecast has been issued. Now, if we talk about what will happen for the heat wave, because it is important, so this is in graphical format. This has been issued for extended range forecast. What will happen between week 1? As you can see, there will be a moderate probability of heat wave condition in isolated pocket of north interior Karnataka, Odisha, Gangetic, West Bengal, Jharkhand, and there is a low probability of heat wave condition over East Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh towards the end of the first week. Now, if we talk about week 2, so there is a low probability for heat wave over isolated pockets. So Odisha, Gangetic, West Bengal, coastal Andhra Pradesh and Chhattisgarh during week 2. So that's all for today. You can actually also, there is one more. There is no cyclogenesis warning has been issued for week 1 and week 2. So you can get the updated information from the IMD website, and you can follow us on following us and get the updated information by downloading these apps from IMD. So, namaskar, dhanyawad.